Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of our Kerbal Space Program series, Building a Space Station. Today we're going to be sending up our 14th part of the space station. Let me pull up the model here like always and show you what that is. Okay, that would be this tower right here. It's our second tower. We brought this one up first a while back, and this is going to be the second one we bring up, and this is so we can add a few more fuel tanks to it and some more solar panels that run perpendicular with the big ones, so we can get as much sunlight as we possibly can converted into energy for the station. Now you might notice that our space station has actually shrunk a little bit in size, and by that I mean I removed the four additional fuel tanks, 2 on each side, with the 2 solar panels on each side, so 4 solar panels, big ones. And that's just because I've noticed in our last few missions up to the space station that it had been becoming increasingly unstable, meaning when I dock a part and I start strutting it down, I'll look up and I'll start seeing these fuel tanks start to wobble. And that's a glitch that is the result of just having too many parts to it, I believe. I might be wrong about this because I'm not a veteran per se like other YouTube Kerbal Space Program players out there are. I've only been playing now for like 5 months maybe. But I've already took steps to combat that. Some of you may have noticed in my couple previous videos that I took away all the struts that we use to strut down these pieces, with the exception of this main tower here, just because that's a lot of weight that's being put on this tower. So that's still strutted down, and this is still strutted down between these pieces on the main branch. But all these parts over here are no longer strutted down. And once I removed those struts, it actually made my problems go away. I also removed all the external monopropellant tanks, as well as the solar panels like we did in that one episode. So the space station has a lot less pieces to it than it originally was supposed to. And now that we've taken away the 4 additional fuel tanks, which we won't really need, this is a lot of fuel. These fuel tanks right here are enough to basically fill one of, oh, that's too small. Basically one of these, okay? So we have plenty of fuel to work with just these 4 and then these up here, okay? And that should go ahead and solve our problem of unstable space station. Now, I have built a space station before this one. It wasn't nearly this impressive, but it was smaller with a lot more pieces attached to the outside of it, whether it be monopropellant tanks, what have you. And I was actually, unbeknownst to me, running a 32-bit style of game when my computer requires 64. And I think that was my problem because I had since switched over to 64-bit. And my space station actually blew up as I approached it one day. As it loaded, as I was approaching it, it just broke apart and blew up. And I'm assuming that's just because I had a lot of pieces on there and I was running an incompatible, bit rate or whatever. All that techie tech talk I'm not too familiar with. So hopefully all of our problems are solved. I'm pretty sure they are because everything so far is smooth sailing. Let's go ahead and pull up our rocket here that we're going to use to launch this 14th part of the space station. Where are you? There you are. All right. And this is going to be controlled remotely right here from my basement. This is our tower. It's been slightly modified, work better with our space station. So that's our tower. This is our drone that we're going to be using. It's what I call a drone. And we're also going to be bringing up communications parts, okay, because we really don't have any decent ones up there on the space station, so we're bringing up 3 different ones today, and we'll try to have Ned Fry install those. Let's go ahead and launch this sucker. Beautiful day out here on Kerbin, I gotta say, here at the launch site. Let's go ahead and start our NASA countdown. The vehicle is in self-startup. Here we go.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition sequence.
There she goes. Throttle down just a little bit. Start pointing towards our orbital trajectory. This is a really top-heavy rocket, so I don't want to tilt it over too much or we'll lose control. We're at like max Q right now. Alright, our booster tanks are about out of fuel. We'll go ahead and start throttling up. Prepare to deploy and detach. It's away. Successful detachment of our boosters. Awesome. See how we're looking here. Alright. Now in space. We're gonna go ahead and try to deploy our fairings. Hopefully they work out. Let's go. There she goes. Oh shit. All right. It took out our first stage. The good news is, sorry, I lost my cool there for a second. Took out our first stage, but the good news is it was almost out of fuel anyway, so we should have plenty of fuel to still make it to the space station. Oh, I apologize for the shitty language. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fuel. We're gonna have plenty of fuel. Go ahead and deploy our antenna and solar panels, so we can stay in control of this thing. Now, once we get out of range of our space station here, so you can see this green line, that's our communication line. Once we're out of range of that, we'll have other satellites in geostationary orbit that we can bounce the relay signal off of and stay in control of our drone ship here. Now, I started this career completely from scratch without any more stations around, relay stations around Kerbin than just the one at the space station. So I actually had to work for these advantages. Whoa, how far out did I go? I went way far out. Holy crap. My bad. So all the communication lines that I have because of all these satellites, I did myself. And it took a lot of money and quite a bit of time to do that, to set up that network. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crap and just go ahead and edit this video to us rendezvousing with the space station. All right, you can barely make her out. She's just a little blip in the sky. She's less than 3 kilometers away, right here. There she is. About 2 kilometers out. And closing. We just passed over to the dark side of the planet, so we'll get in a parking orbit, a rendezvous with the station, then we'll go ahead and time warp to the light side so we can do this in the light. Mile and a half. A mile, kilometer and a half, I mean. Excuse my American. Okay. Go ahead and start slowing down a little bit. So what we're going to do things a little differently this time. we have the option to actually dock this thing with one of these docking ports over here to the station, even though that's not the way we want to dock it. And then we can undock our probe here and then dock it to the other one of these. And then that way we don't, if we miss or bump it or whatever, we won't send it into a careening spiral out in space where we have to go, you know, kill ourselves because it's going to be that difficult to dock with a rotating object. So this way we'll already have it docked to the station, and then we can dock to it, and then we can disconnect it, decouple it from the station, and then redock it on the right part of the tower. That makes sense? If you don't understand what I just said, don't worry, we're about to do it and you can just watch. Alright, slowing down some more. Less than 200 meters out. About 100 meters, we will put it in a parking orbit. Okay, we got our parking orbit. Let's go ahead and fast forward here to the light side of the planet. There we go. Okay. So what docking port are we supposed to dock with here? We are supposed to dock it, oh, right there. We're actually facing it, awesome. To this one right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring it in. And you know, after we have this tower docked the way it's supposed to be docked, we'll go ahead and have Ned Fry install this communication hardware. Okay, picture time. Got to get that YouTube thumbnail, right? Let's go ahead and rotate it this way. And just like this. Let's try controlling it from here. Let's see how that works out. That doesn't work out at all. I don't like that. That's difficult. No, I want to control from here. Come on. All right, that'll work. This is still not, this will never be like considered easy for me. This will always be a challenging feat to overcome. We got this. Come on, baby. We got this. Oh, shoot. I forgot. We can't dock this to this because they're two different size docking ports. Way to not think that one through. Alright. That's okay. Let me make sure I don't have one on the space station already that I can use. I bet I do. And I do. Alright, let's get Ned Fry out. You got work to do, brother. Get on it. Stop messing around, dude. This is serious business. Billions of dollars are at stake, and the future of space travel. How are we supposed to get to Duna if we don't have a space station? Come on, bro. There we go. Alright, where are we going here? Oh, we're going the right way. Okay, let's just put on a temporary docking port. How are we looking? Is this the right way? I believe so. Oh, we can't put it on here? Come on, man. Come on. Alright, well, shoot. How about we just stick it... Why don't we just stick it on the bottom here? And we can dock with it this way. Alright. Ned Fry, you're not going anywhere. You just hang out. So that way you can take it off and we're done with it. Good? Good. Alright, let's get back to our drone ship. And now we're going to dock it with this thing. Am I making this look easy? Because it's really not. Not tad tall. Come on, buddy. I bet I'm not making it look easy. I'm probably making this look really stupid. I'm all discombobulated in my orientation. Can't tell which way is which. I gotta make sure I don't run into that radiator panel. That would be bad. Alright, I need to go up. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, come on. I can't get a good view. Come on. There we go. I think we're looking pretty good. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Boom. Boom, shakalaka. That was a good dock. All right. Where we at? Where we at? There we are. Okay, so now we just need to turn SAS off because this is going to wobble out of control. So now we just need to undock our probe, dock it right here, and then we'll undock this thing from the station and then redock it using this big docking port here, which will provide more stability. So let's go ahead and make sure we're good here. Yeah, let's undock. Not you. There we go. That's who we need. And let's make sure SAS is on for the space station so it doesn't rotate. Okay. There. This should make our life a little bit easier now. See how we're looking here. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Come on, baby. Boom. Awesome. All right. Now we can decouple this entire thing and dock it onto here. Okay, and like always, we need to make sure we have this thing lined up pretty decently. Get my controls all mixed up here. Man, I cannot get my, I don't feel like I can get my my camera angle the way I want it today. All right, this isn't really working out. I don't like how I'm oriented with this thing. I just can't figure out exactly how I'm steering this thing. I'm having so much trouble with it. I shouldn't be having this much trouble. So we're gonna undock and I'm gonna get this thing rotated. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. SAS on. Oh, I forgot this thing has SAS on it. That would have saved me a lot of trouble. Okay. Which way is up? This way is up. Okay. So I need to dock right there. Okay, now we should be pretty well lined up so I can figure out exactly what my orientation is, because we were just completely off track with the way we had it, and it was really making things difficult for me. Man, I didn't even need to dock this thing with the space station because I had this thing on there, and I forgot that's basically like a probe itself, and that can stabilize it using SAS. And yeah, this is very upsetting right now. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Make sure we got this thing lined up like we want it. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Come on, baby. And I think we might have it. Yeah, we got it. I did not think it was going to be that difficult. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this docking port here. You're up, Ned Fry. Okay, now we need to install our communications antennas. So let's figure out where we want to put those. We'll probably want to put those, well, definitely one on the front. So let's go to the front. And we can take off these little ones. We don't need those anymore. These antennas allow me to transmit science between the space station and the space center on Kerbin, but also they allow me to communicate with other satellites and in the near future other ships going to places like Duna. Detach Communitron. Want to be really careful what we detach here. We don't want to accidentally detach the space station. Alright. Put it right where this battery is, and we'll move this battery over. We'll just put this right here. And we'll go get our probe. Undock. Awesome, awesome. Go ahead and put this big one up. We'll just set it right here until we can move it. Go ahead and put this one. Oh, hold on. Escape. I doubt we can fit that on our pack here, but we can try. Oh, wow, we can. Look at that. Oh, we can get both of them. Awesome. You know what that means? That means we're done with this probe. So, let's go ahead and pull away. Hasta luego. Is that really a word? It's out of here. There she goes. Adios. Okay, let's put this stuff where I want it. Can I grab? Nope, too far. Let's go this way. And float off. Nope, not floating off. Right here. This is where we want it. Boom. Alright, cool. That'll do. And now we'll probably want to put an antenna on the opposite side. Maybe towards the back. Actually, right here might not be a bad spot for it. Let's put it right there. Okay, let's put this one right here. Perfect. All right. And we got one more. Let's go back to the main campus. Let's just put this thing right here. we go. That looks good. All right. Solid green line. That's what I like to see. All right, Ned Fry, you've done your part. You can go back to the airlock, buddy. Alright, so there you have it. Another part of the space station is attached and the mission is completed. And I will catch you in the next episode, the final episode of building a space station in Kerbal Space Program. God bless you guys. Stay righteous.